And let me tell you, that doesn't really fit in the creative realm of the pod because it is...
I disagree.
Okay, well, great.
You took it upstairs.
I took it upstairs. What's up? I'm Jamey.
Hey, I'm Allie.
And welcome back to A for Effort.
A place where we champion creativity, however it manifests. Welcome back, A-listers.
Back. Listen up. If you are a returning A-lister, we love you. We love you.
We love you.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Honestly, I know it's so cliche, but if you are a returning A-lister, especially, please do us a favor. Hit like. If you're not subscribed, what are you even doing? Maybe even leave a little comment. Ooh. Give us a little.
I have a lot of questions today, so if you could answer my questions, that would be great.
Yes. Engaging with the tube of you has been a very interesting, and I'm going to send this just straight to you, Allison, because maybe we get into it for a second here. We are learning a lot.
We are loving, laughing, living, learning.
Living, laughing, loving, learning. New baby podcasters. This is episode 7
of our pod.
We're learning a lot about the pod world.
Oh my God.
And having a really interesting time navigating the balance of like starting something because we want to.
And we're having
fun.
Yep.
Yes. Always having fun. And because we're trying to generate more creative community out there, be part of a larger creative community, etc.
Yes.
Also doing the nitty-gritty of the grunt work of like editing the episodes, editing the reels, posting, scheduling, looking at analytics.
It becomes work.
It is becoming work.
A lot of work.
This is not a complaint.
No, but it does go back to our conversation a few weeks ago where it's like, when does a hobby then become a job? And like wanting to make sure that you still have hobbies in your life that you're doing simply for the joy of doing it versus for some sort of external outcome. You and I are both people who are like, ooh, watch if you want, subscribe, like if you want, but no worries.
Yeah.
But no worries if not. But
we're
also
not for everyone,
like,
we know.
We know it's fine. But also like, you know, owning the space and owning that you're learning and owning, you know, that it's tough is also like part of the process, maybe.
Totally. So I think the reality of creating something that is supposed to be creative and fun, but has a lot of analytics baked into it is just something to navigate and not get in the weeds or get discouraged by, because like if we have 9 people hang out with us, hell yeah. We love that. Like that's so cool. If those 9 people were in the room with us right now, they wouldn't be any less than 5,000 people, you know?
100%.
Well, okay, physically they would be less, and that made no sense in terms of physics.
We get the sentiment. We get the sentiment. At the end of the day, the world is going to put whatever they think about you on you, and like you don't have control over that. All you have control over is the why you want to do something and the why, you know, why it makes you fill up, and that's the reason you should do anything, really. You should do it because of your why, whatever that why is.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Oh, and also, one last thing. With that being said, this is all a learning process for us. So if there's anything that you'd like to see on this series, this podcast, and you come back every week and you're like, man, I really wish they would talk more about X, let us know. Yeah. Because we would love some sort of like input, guidance from you, or maybe you think it's perfect and maybe you're like, this is actually everything that I want and more. Let us know.
In which case you're welcome.
We would love to know. I'm hoping that maybe you're sitting down with a craft, with a hobby. Maybe you're taking a break from the screenplay that you're writing and you need to be inspired, and we're here to do that for you and hang out with you along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Jamey, we have a lot to get through today.
Let's rip.
How was your birthday?
It was great. It was very chill. I took an archery lesson, and let me tell you, that doesn't really fit in the creative realm of the pod because it is.
I disagree.
Okay, well, great.
You took it upstairs.
I took it upstairs, as I said with the last step. I want to take it upstairs. There is something so satisfying, though. My hand-eye coordination is shit. It is so bad.
I don't know. The videos you sent me, you were nailing it.
Oh, no, but so this is the exception to the rule for some reason.
Got it. Okay.
If I have to do something from the elbow, like throw a dart, watch out. If I'm throwing a dart, everybody needs to wear a hard hat and stand back. But for some reason, this motion, first of all, you just feel like a badass. So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, she's meant to be a superhero, folks.
Absolutely. And the sound it makes when you hit the target, it's addicting. So someone was like, oh, you feel like you did that and you don't need to do it again. I was like, no, I'm ready to go back.
They're coming with the Olympics. I have tickets when they're here in LA to archery, so I will be able to see your kind out there. Perhaps
you might see me.
I might. We might see Jamey. She might head to the Olympics.
When her tryouts for the Olympics.
Wow. Well, I'm rooting for you.
Thanks, dude.
I feel like I did so much, and you've been doing this thing that I love, where you've been bringing out your junk journal to tell everybody about it. Great. So I want to talk to everybody about the last couple days, or my week was kind of cray. First and foremost, my nephew was in town. He is 6 years old. It was so much fun. We had an auntie and, nephew day. We went to Universal, and this is my junk page for my Universal. This is the popcorn. We got 2 servings of popcorn. We got when we entered and then when we left, because he was like, this is the best popcorn I've ever had. Shout out Universal Popcorn. So I got the popcorn holder. I brought it with us. And then when we went out to eat, we colored and things. And so naturally I had to show his art on here, obviously, which we love. Okay, so then as I mentioned before, a few episodes back, I am a part of the Young Playwrights Festival, and I went to the first weekend, which was amazing and incredible, and I am performing this weekend. So if you're in the LA area and you want to be inspired, tickets are completely free. We'll put a link in the show notes, but it's essentially kids. This is primarily kids 15 to 19, although I think that they offer it from 9 years old, but anyway, you get 3 plays each weekend. They're fully produced. These kids have won this competition. It's from all over the U.S. And really impressed with what is being written by these kids. I just think about when I was that age, and maybe I'm selling myself short, but I just thought that these have been super, super creative. And a lot of the winners from this program have become showrunners and show creators, and it's just very cool. But this is what I really wanted to talk about. I went to the opening night of Mexodus at Pasadena Playhouse, and I knew absolutely nothing about it. It was on off-Broadway. It was at the Berkeley Rep. I went with Camille. She brought me to the opening night. Jamey, it was unbelievable. And what I didn't know going into it, and thank God we ran into somebody before we saw the show, is that these 2 guys, they're the original guys. I guess they won the Drama Desk Award for this show, which is the first time this has happened since Rent, I guess, for the off-Broadway show. And they wrote and they're acting in it, but they created this from nothing. And what's so cool about it, if you are in the LA area, I know they're going to Atlanta and they're going to Chicago as well. They do all of the sound effects and music on stage, and it's like a hip hop musical. So there's a crackling fire at something, but we watch him loop and make the sounds of the crackling fire, and then he plays with the fire. It's Jamey, it was so inspiring. I mean, the musical alone is unbelievable, but we walked away from that being oh my God, here are these 2 guys who clearly have this love for storytelling, but also music, and this talent for looping. They play a million instruments. They play the guitar, they play the drums, they play they do everything, and we watch them make the track. So if there's a chorus harmony singing behind them while they're rapping, it's them, and we watch them do that. It's unbelievable. And then the subject matter is just really gets you. I was sobbing by the end of it, and I was we have to go out to this opening party, and I'm weeping. But I just felt so inspired by these 2 guys. And at the end of the show, one of them came out and was we're 2 guys, neither of us, we're not star names, and we just made this musical, and thank you for supporting. And the audience was hype. It was so good. And I was just man, this is what happens when you do you put pen to paper, or you just do the thing that you love to do for you. Yeah. People have no choice but to really you're not having fun unless they're having fun, kind of thing. So you know what I mean?
So true. We've all sat through a production of something where you're they're not having fun.
Right. And then you're not having fun. You're when's this over?
Not to steal the mic for a second, but
steal it.
Talk about a time when you were not having fun on stage and it cost you. I The first thing that came to mind was when I fell asleep on stage.
Wait, what? When was this?
During Brighton Beach Memoirs. Okay, I was in a
You're
production.
kidding.
Yes, because I had to be in bed all the time. I was in this production of Brighton Beach Memoirs with the St. Louis Repertory Theater. Nobody listening, let this come back and haunt me.
Well, it's already happened.
I was playing a 13-year-old girl, and she spends a lot of the show in bed.
Yeah.
We were doing so many shows, man. We were doing 8 shows a week, and I straight up fell asleep on stage in the bed. I didn't have any lines, and then I was supposed to get up in a blackout and exit for intermission, and I woke up, and I was in the blackout. And I was like, oh my God.
Okay, so nobody had to like shake you awake and be like, Jamey,
no one had
to
shake me awake.
Stage.
I luckily came back, but in blackout, and was like, what the hell happened to me?
Oh my God, great. Listen, when you're doing it every day, sometimes you're just on like,
I was a little tired, and I didn't have anything to do.
Tired gal. I also really want to talk about real quick, to go back to, we were talking about cerebral activities, like writing shorts and stuff. There's another short that I've started to write, and it's in a series of vignettes. And
short
we
film,
kind of talked about
if you're new here.
Yes, a short film. Thank you. We were kind of talking about this yesterday. So hard. So hard.
You mean vignettes in particular?
I think like writing a short film and or feature is
screenwriting period.
Screenwriting, like we've done it. We've both done it. Like, but like sometimes it's so hard to take what's in my brain and put it out on paper that like does it justice of what's in my brain. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a very common,
like, articulating that.
Totally. I mean, we have friends that are writers in so many different ways, and they all kind of operate very differently. And you can be a writer in so many different ways. Maybe it you know, a little steam comes out of your ears in the creative process and you're still happy with the end result. Or maybe you're the kind of person that's like, blah, 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 and it just kind of flows out of you, which I think I'm the former.
I fear that the times that I've written, or the things that I've written, have come like a download. Like something outside of myself is like, this is it, and it's been so seamless and easy.
Yeah.
With this one in particular, because there are really no lines, and I'm such a dialogue forward person because obviously I'm an actor first. Right. It's really hard to kind of like spell out the visuals.
That is a huge common, I mean, that's a common, not complaint, but common issue without the negative connotation, but just a trend among actors turned writers or filmmakers is we are dialogue based creatures when we're actors, right? So if film is a visual medium.
I think with this one, though, what I'm really wanting to do, and I can't wait to come back here. I feel like this is my accountability group right here. My A-listers are my accountability group, is to come back and just play in that space, like play with just the visual medium, because it is like primarily the hero and it's one person really, and just like see what that's like. And maybe it's like a lot of play on the back end on the editing process. I don't know, but I'm excited to do that. I'm excited just to play.
Just play.
Just gonna play. Okay, well, should we get into our show and tell segment?
Let's show and tell.
So this segment, for those that are new, every week, Jamey and I we take it back to elementary school and we show and tell anything that we may be working on, whether we're in progress or we have a finished product.
Okay, mine is actually really short and simple.
Let's get into it.
Okay. If you are a shorty girl like me, I have a short torso, right? So a lot of times when I buy something with straps, the straps are too big.
Yeah, same.
Well, I got served this video on the gram, just scrolling, of someone shortening their straps by ruching them. And I was like, where the heck have I been? Now, let me just say, it's not, I tried it on a couple different things. I tried it on a tank that I have like this. It looked real bad. So here's what it is, right? And I'm going to use it on this. I have this jumpsuit from Aritzia, I think, that the straps they're elastic, and the bottom is heavy, so because it's a jumpsuit, so they've really stretched out over time. You can see that I like originally had a little knot tied here.
Yeah.
Because it was just like falling down on me. So I ruched it here, which I have another strap here that I'll show you how we do that, and we can do it in real time. But essentially, you just thread with something thick, like an embroidery thread, or just like a heavy-duty thread. You thread through the center of the strap, and then you go to one side, embroider through, and then to the opposite side, back to the center, other side, back to the center. So you make this kind of like zigzaggy pattern. Then, I'm gotta see what I can see here. Okay. And then once you get it how you want it, I'd use this obnoxious thread so that we could see in real time, right?
Sure.
And then you just zoom.
Wait, whoa.
Right?
And then you can't see the thread really.
Yeah. I mean, if you use the right thread that is like, gonna blend,
right.
This strap
but even
is also
without white thread, I feel like I can barely see it.
Yeah. It's not bad at all. And it's just something a little bit more fun and flirty than my ugly knot that was there before.
Wait, I love that.
You too can ruche your straps if they are too...
if they are too long.
If they are too long, you may ruche.
Wait, I love.
Yeah, so, it's one of those things
tip.
where if you Google it, there are a million videos of people doing this. So I just watched one, and now I'm going to be ruching my stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
thanks for that helpful tip.
Yeah, here to show and tell. New skill.
Thank God. Gorge.
Thanks.
So, as I said, I went to Universal with my nephew. And one thing about me, I love a theme. And many, many years ago, Jamey and her husband came out to LA and we took them to Universal and we bought each other all matching shirts.
This was our
so
wedding
I had
present,
that.
by the way. If that shows you the inner child that lives among us as a friend group.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was right when Mario World, the Super Nintendo World came out. So I bought us all our players when we play Mario Kart because we do that as well.
And we're really good.
We're actually great. Not to brag, but we're actually excellent. We'd smoke probably all of you guys. Anyway, I took the old shirt, my Kamek shirt, and I was like, well, I have this $3 thrifted tee, and I have this Kamek shirt. Let me see if I can rework this baby. And I did.
Hell yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I saw it. I saw it on your close friends. I clocked it and I was like, oh, I noticed that you reworked, but I love it.
Isn't that so fun? And then on the back it says Super Mario.
Cute, Al. Good work.
Thanks. And I'll slide in a photo here of me wearing this guy, but yeah, so fun. It was like something that last minute, like I said, the sewing machines are the best or the worst thing that I've ever bought.
You're like, wait a minute, I thought of a 4-hour craft that I can do in 7 minutes for some reason in my brain.
No, I was literally getting ready. I was like, I'm going to bed early tonight. And then I was like, what am I going to wear tomorrow? And I was like, this old shirt has kind of like pit stains. Let's see what I can do. And we did it. And it's cute. And I'll rewear it.
Yeah, no, that's a glow up.
A glow up. Love. Okay. Now let's get into the nitty gritty of this
bag
that we featured last week that I made a matching one of.
I'm obsessed.
Ephemera.
Let me tell you, A-listers listening out there, this was something that I obviously was extremely gassed up about on the pod last week. When it was a surprise reveal for my birthday. So sweet. And then it came and I was like, okay, Allie. Okay. It's so good. It looks really
There are mistakes on there I made that I didn't make on this.
Okay.
But then there are mistakes on this that I didn't make on that. So I thought I could be like, it was like one of those things where I made yours first for the reveal, whatever. And then I was like, okay, I learned a lot. Let me see if I can do whatever on this. And then I made mistakes on this. So I just think that I'm just a very new sewer and I'm going to ultimately make mistakes.
Obviously, you literally just started like 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. I know.
Also, if you're listening and not watching, we're trying to be better about that because, again, new baby podcasters that, like, maybe you don't want to be watching right now. You want to be just listening to this beautiful sound of our voices. Allie made an incredible bag. It is made of bandana fabric. It's quilted, and it says ephemera in adorable embroidery so that when I'm going junkin'
or just go into the coffee shop. I took this out for a spin yesterday to the coffee shop. I didn't get a compliment. Oh, that's not true. I did get a compliment. I did. And a lot of people don't know what the word ephemera is, so I'm going to tell you on here. Ephemera is the fancy word for junk. It's all the things that we put in our junk journal, i.e. like this playbill, ticket, photo, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm, so let's talk about this bag here. It took... typically, so this is a viral bandana bag for people online chronically, such as myself. It is a dupe of call it by your name. Ultimately, everybody was like, the crafting community was like, let's make this. So I got this. What I used is the sewing pattern. It's from Dynasty, and we'll put it in the show notes. And I did the medium-sized bag. I do think that it's, again, the math of it all is very intimidating. So I think that I made this a little bit bigger than what is actually listed. I don't think I used as much seam allowance that I wanted. Anyway, I love it because it can fit my laptop. You know what I mean? Like, I can fit my laptop. You can take it to the coffee shop like I did yesterday. I used, I want to say 5 bandanas.
Oh.
5.5. Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
I know.
Well, I guess because the interior is a different material.
The lining is a different material. Yeah.
Right.
So I thought that would be super cute. And then I would say I used the 5th one because I did a different color pocket because I thought that would be cute than the yellow and the green.
Yeah.
And then obviously I used the lining fabric and I used the different color embroidery thread. And a lot. So sorry. My car key just fell out of my bag.
Not a prop.
So I used the bandanas, I used the lining fabric, I used foam, interfacing foam.
That was going to be my question, was like, how is it so structured?
Yeah, so I used a foam that I'll link. It's also, there's different ways of interfacing. That's a whole other.
What's interfacing? You keep saying that, but I don't know what that means.
Interfacing is the thing that's inside the fabric to give it that thickness.
Okay.
Let me also tell you that this made me want an embroidery machine so bad.
I'm seeing some on the marketplace. I'm seeing some.
There's one right now that I saw. He's selling it for $230, and it typically retails for $499. But I also, you get online, and it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, do I want to spend $230 on this embroidery machine just to upgrade and get another one? And then it feels like a waste of money, but then at the same time it's like, well, let me dabble in this hobby,
right?
And then you know what I mean.
Here's a question: is it like these lower price machines? Could you even do something like that you want to do with ephemera across, or is it these like small, like 4x4?
You're right. Is like the more expensive the machine, the bigger you can do.
Right.
So I think I would want a bigger one so you could do the ephemera.
I guess you could do each letter individually in a 4x4.
Yes, you could.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Exactly right. This is what is called a satin stitch, by the way, of the ephemera.
Great workout. Once more.
Thank you so much.
So if you're a sewer or if you're interested in sewing, check out the link because you too can make this bag.
And I will say, this was my second sewing attempt. And it was beginner friendly enough. You just have to allot some more time than you think. Like, I thought it was going to take way shorter. But it is beginner friendly. Like, just give yourself. I tried to make 2 bags in 2 days as somebody who's never really sewn ever before. You need way more time than that. Like, I was a manic. I was a manic sewer. Which, really quick, A-listers, this is my question that I have for everybody. So I just got some more fabric. I went to an estate sale, as we know. Or you may not know.
You may not know if you're on YouTube because nobody's watching that short on YouTube, but everybody's watching it on TikTok.
Yes. So I went to an estate sale where this woman had a craft room, and I got an abundance of fabric, and I can't wait to dive into it. But before I went to this estate sale or knew it existed, I ordered fabric from 2 places, Matchy Matchy Sewing Club and Blackbird Fabric. Well, I got my fabric from Blackbird yesterday. I'm so sad that I didn't buy more fabric because it's so cute.
You're taking me on such a ride right now. I feel like everything you're saying I'm like really empathizing with in real time, and it's very, very...
I know. So I bought only a yard of each fabric, and I'm bummed because number one, it comes from Canada. So it's like you're paying shipping from that, but also it takes forever to get. Number two, I really love these, and I wanted to make a dress, but I don't think I can. So can everybody give me an opinion?
Cute.
I really wish that I had more to make a dress out of this. I'm obsessed.
It's light blue polka dots on brown.
And then we have a yellow fabric with black polka dots.
Really cute.
Really cute. And then we have like what is this, like purple?
Yeah, that's like periwinkle.
Yes, periwinkle, brown and yellow stripes.
Really cute. Well,
So
okay, can I be so crazy? Would it be cute or not cute if you combined them?
So I thought about that. Tell me more.
If you did the bodice, let's speak in sewing speak, right? If you did the bodice in one pattern and then the skirt in another, that could be kind of fun.
That's cute.
You hate it. You hate that idea. No, you don't.
I don't think I have enough fabric for a skirt. That's when I I don't think I have enough fabric for a skirt. I think I have enough fabric for a top, but then I also was like, well, this yellow and black polka dot is so cute. Could be a hat.
Yeah, that'd be a really cute hat. Especially when you wear it like that. When you just put the fabric straight up on your head. It's so cute. Wow.
So if you have any ideas, please drop them in the comments, because I love these fabrics so much that I really want to dive in. And I want it to be a wearable moment because they just are so flippin' cute.
You know what? As I start to think about getting a sewing machine too, though, I'm looking at my closet with new eyes of clothing that I was like either gonna sell or donate because I don't wear it anymore.
And I'm like,
well, what else could I do with that? I can make scrunchies out of that dress that I don't wear anymore. I can make 100 scrunchies with that one dress.
1,000,000%. I can't wait for you to get that sewing machine. Not that this is going to turn into a sewing podcast, but it is very fun.
Right. We still like a lot of other things. We talked pretty heavy sewing this weekend, last week.
Yeah.
But we got other stuff.
We got other stuff like this short that I need a deadline on. It's an expression of creativity that I really want to do for me, myself and I.
Yeah.
And I just need to follow through and do it.
So do it.
Wise words, Jamey.
In the eternal words of Hilary Duff, why not? Take a crazy chance.
Our crochet queen.
And Zendaya with the knitting. We got crafty queens on
on
Star
Abound.
Walk of
Did you
Fame,
see?
Okay?
At Hilary's concert, somebody crocheted a Lizzie McGuire doll.
Oh,
and she
cute.
like flipped out and she was like, give it to me. And so she like had a moment and she was like, listen, when I say I crochet, like I crochet things that are square and maybe a buttonhole. Like she's like, I cannot say that I am a crochet queen, but listen, anybody who crochets is a crochet queen in my book, because I don't.
Listen, anybody that wants to start, you freaking tap me on the shoulder. Let's go.
Tippity tap top.
Tip 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 tip.
All right, Jamey.
All right, dude. It's been real. We've yapped. We've
really
clapped.
Real. We've yapped. We've clapped. We've scrapped.
We've scrapped. We've made it through 7 episodes of the pod, and we're so happy you're here.
And we are so happy you're here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we can't wait to hang out with you again next week. All right,
y'all.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Go create something
if you want.
'Cause I